Hi, my name is Andrew Ace, and this is part 2 of my Best of Batman graphic novel reviews. I'm trying a new format this week where I've broken down the video into smaller segments. I don't know if that helps or if it's just giving me more of a chance to talk about Batman, because really there are a lot of favorite Batman reads. Now, you can find me on Twitter at UYS999, which is also my handle on Instagram and pretty much every social media medium thing out there. And I'd love to hear back. Was there a graphic novel I didn't cover? Do you disagree with one of my graphic novel choices? Or just future suggestions for, well, future episodes? You know, should I be saying less and ah, which is what I'm trying to work on today. Editing would obviously help a bit. And, you know, is there a graphic novel or a character or a creator that you'd like to see reviewed? So, getting back on with the show, and I do apologize for my voice, it's a little rough today. Best graphic novel reads, I'm going to go over here to, now this is a classic you're most likely to instantly recognize, Batman, The Killing Joke. This is Alan Moore, the 80s in their heyday. This is Batman that's pretty darn dark. It's also where you see Barbara Gordon shot. So this is sort of the end of the career of Batgirl until you reach New 52, or at least Barbara Gordon was Batgirl. I should add, there have been plenty of Batgirls since. So this is just stunning. Brian Bolland is the artist. I should have mentioned that. I apologize. The graphic novel version I have here in my hand is a re-release that they did just before The Dark Knight. A lot of the Joker's presence. There was some talk before The Dark Knight movie that this book had really influenced that movie. I don't know, when you're looking at Heath Ledger's performance of Joker, if that's really necessarily the case, but certainly right beforehand, original printings of this prestige format story were going through the roof, selling for 4 or 5 times their value. That's come back, and I think that's fair, because while it's a great, great read, the truth is, those first printings, well, there's second, third, I think there might even be a 7th printing of the original prestige format. It should be on my, excuse me, it should be on my shelf behind me, but I'm not sure where it is, possibly because I might have CGC'd it during all of that craze. That said, this is a dark, amazing storyline. There's almost more about the Joker than it is Batman, but it really highlights the reason or the reasoning behind what makes Batman different from Joker, and then that in turn I think explains and helps explains a lot of the character's actions as he goes forward, aka why he doesn't kill. So, if you're looking for a classic read, again, amazing art, Alan Moore as the writer, I mean, come on, is there anything he's ever written that's bad? Just, if you're not familiar with his work, and I apologize, he's the author of Watchmen, Lead an Extraordinary Gentleman, and I'm certainly drawing a blank, but certainly a lot more work is out there by him. This, as I was mentioning, graphic novel, though, has a slightly different coloring scheme than the original work, and while Brian Bolland has said that he went back in and he made sure that the color values were more suiting what he originally intended, and there is always a difference between what the artist does and what gets printed. Maybe just looking back at my own youth, certainly the coloring of the original Killing Joke is so distorted and even weirder that I think it actually works. Either which way, phenomenal read. Like I said, there's several different formats of this storyline out there, and you should just go pick it up. You will not regret buying this book. But maybe I just want to hesitate and want to mention, like I do, this is probably a 16+ read, so this is not for maybe, you know, kids 13 or under. Alright, next is Batman, The City of Owls. Now, this is the 2nd volume in Scott Snyder, Greg, I'm going to mispronounce this, I apologize, Greg Capullo? If I mispronounce that, please let me know. I'm really bad with names at times. As I was saying, the 2nd volume in their run, this is after the New 52, so this is the new Batman, which is now being done away with Convergence. Even I've just gotten confused. But, the reason why I chose this over the 1st volume is the 1st volume definitely set up for me the storyline, the world of Gotham, the Batman that we're going to be encountering. But it was this book that really brought the action, that really brought the intensity. You've got, well, some phenomenal backup art by Rafael Albuquerque. Maybe not pronouncing that correctly again. He's the artist that I love from American Vampire. And the plot line behind this is that there's always been a secret organization ruling Gotham, the Court of Owls, and they have these assassin agents, Talons, who go out and remove whoever has displeased them. The truth? The story seems to point that Bruce Wayne's grandfather was taken out by one of these Talons and made to look like an accident, and that the Wayne family has had interweaving history with the Court of Owls. Batman, of course, at the start of this, Bruce Wayne can't even believe that there would be an organization that he's missed, though, like I said, that's in the first volume. By the second volume, by now, he definitely believes in the Court of Owls, and he's trying to prevent them from eliminating all the city officials, important people of Gotham, in this one night of mass assassinations. And in doing so, he brings in his team of Nightwing, Batgirl, Robin, the whole Bat family. There's a larger version of this book that collects all of those tie-ins. I didn't pick them up myself, but I think you either decide as a reader if you like to read all the crossover intersecting storylines, or if you just want to take the main thread and follow the way through. That's what I did here, though from what I have heard, the other tie-in storylines were very good and worth checking out. So, Batman, City of Owls, Part 2 of my Best of Batman review. We're going to come back, we're going to wrap it up, and then I'm going to just do a few honorable or special mentions. So, guys, see you in a few minutes.